Wait, are you recording?
Yeah, you can record, right?
What are you doing a mic check?
I didn't know if it was working.
I was waiting for the intro.
Oh, this is forever. Okay.
We're leaving this now. You didn't know
Yeah,
this.
that's okay. That's cool.
Okay.
Well, I think I should have talked to you before. What's up, guys? I am Shimmy, and welcome to my podcast, Good Vibes with Shimmy. I got my friend Tony in the building. Hey, Tony.
Yo, what's up? I'm excited.
He's so chill. He's so cool.
I love the way that this podcast got started in the first place.
Look, this is my first rodeo, so don't come for me like that. How's your weekend going?
Well, I spent it mostly cleaning. This morning I woke up and I'm like, I can't walk. Let me explain. I'm fat. So when I'm standing for like 12 hours cleaning and stuff, and half of that cleaning dealt with me getting on my knees and scrubbing, literally scrubbing.
So my cleaning wasn't that intense.
Well, I mean, dude, there was mildew and black mold everywhere, and you know, I'm starting to live in my grandparents' house again, and I'm like, man, this has not been kept up too well. I gotta clean
this. You
had
to clean it. Oh, you had to clean.
Well, to be fair, you know, they're getting old, so they can't clean it themselves. So
right.
I took it upon myself to be a good grandson.
Look at you.
I know, right?
Sweet.
But other than that, you know, it was my weekend actually was ruined. You know how?
Oh my God.
So I went to my friend's house today. I was gonna help her with this podcast.
Okay, first of all,
and I was talking about this girl I really like. Her name is Tessa Thompson, and I'm like, yo, man, that's bae for life. And she's like, who's Tessa Thompson? I literally, Shimmy, you have no idea. I got up from my chair.
How hurt were you?
I was so hurt. I got out of my chair, walked out the front door, down the stairs, got into my car, drove 15 miles back to my house.
And you came back to get your microphone.
Yeah, I realized I forgot my microphone, and then I did the podcast.
So, okay, look, that girl is me. I didn't know. I had to Google her, okay? I had to.
So she hasn't seen Dear White People.
That's my black card's already removed for that.
Not really, actually. I don't think, because like I saw the movie, I saw the fake trailer that came out before the movie.
Right.
Very interesting.
I seen that one on Facebook.
What'd you think?
It was cool. It was funny. But I am not a TV person. I'm not a huge. I don't ask me to sit down and watch TV. Oh, Shim, did you watch the series? I'm like, no. I'm one like even for what's it called, Orange Is the New Black. Mm-hmm. I got into the first season and I stopped. Not because it wasn't good. I don't like keeping up with storylines that long.
For me, it was kind of just boring. I like some things about it.
Right.
But I guess I don't really understand the hype.
I don't either. Well, like I said, but then again, I'm not a TV person, so I'm just like, oh yeah, it was cool.
Is it because it's about like there is one great thing about the show. I liked how they dealt with the transgender character.
That was
what's her name?
I don't know.
But she, you know what's interesting in that episode? The person that played the guy version of her was her brother.
What?
Because her brother looks just like him when he was a man.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, and I like the storyline there. You know, she was married, and then she went through the transition, and then, you know, it really affected their relationship because she missed his, you know.
I didn't get that far into it. So I think that's pretty awesome that they did do it, because that's so.
She was in my opinion, she was my favorite character. She was sassy, she was funny, she had depth, she was interesting, but they focused on the bland white chick.
Oh, they did. Well,
who's apparently she was a lesbian before she got married to my Miss American Pie guy. So,
like I said, it was okay, but like, see, shows on. I'm just not gonna keep up with it. I don't want to.
I don't blame you, especially if it's not interesting to you.
Yeah, it's like I'm weird. If I want to watch TV, you know, like I like food shows.
I don't blame you. I mean, I as you can see by my belly, I love food shows too.
Mine too.
Don't even, Shimmy. Get out of this podcast
Mine too.
But I was gonna say, did you see Thor Ragnarok?
Who?
Thor
Ragnarok. Who?
What am I, Mike Jones? Who? Mike Jones.
Mike.
I love the minute I said Thor Ragnarok. She jumps in. Who?
What is Thor Ragnarok?
All the kids listening to this podcast, like, who the hell is Mike Jones? You know what's funny?
We're showing our age here, right?
You know what's funny? Saying who the hell is Mike Jones was the very thing that made him famous.
Yeah, exactly. That was his line. But
oh my God, that was so priceless.
281-330-8004.
Oh man, that's taking me back now.
That
dude.
is.
Back then they didn't want me.
Hey,
Now
they're
how
hot,
they
they
all
all
want
want
me.
me.
I remember back then.
Huh.
You know what's funny? The best song I liked from him was "Bad Bitch" with the Yin Yang Twins. Remember that song?
I need a bad bitch. If you the bad bitch.
Yeah, it was.
Something money.
I'm in the club looking for a bad bitch. You know me, I gotta have me a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening. I'm looking for a freak that is down by reason.
Hey, okay, Tony, I know you was lit.
Yin Yang, like that.
Tony lit.
I mean, I'm sorry. I know I'm nerdy, but I actually like the hip hop community.
I really have to say, I didn't give you enough credit.
We don't get to see. The thing is, guys, you don't realize this, but Shimmy and I don't really hang out that much.
We don't,
because we're both very busy in our work, and she's a club girl, and I'm a fat bastard who sits at home.
What you talking about?
I look at the anime chicks and think, man, that's my wife.
Yeah, that is true. If you want to compare us like that, that is very accurate.
But I mean, we've been chill for the long. Like seriously, Shimmy's the only person, and this is honest. She's the only person I listen to on the radio. I literally will go on the radio just so I can hear shimmy, shimmy in the shack, 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 shimmy, shimmy in the shack, shack. Exactly. There you go. But
You know what? Okay, back to Thor.
Which one are we going back to? The Yin Yang Twins or Tessa Thompson?
We gotta go back to Thor more.
Oh yeah. So did you see the movie Thor Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok. That's a Thor more.
Thor more. Paramore. That's what you get when you let the Thor break.
Okay, so what is Thor?
Did you see Thor Ragnarok?
No, I don't even know what
You're not
that
a
is.
movie person, right?
No.
Okay. Did you see Creed?
No.
You're not helping me.
Okay, I see Mean Girls.
She's not in Mean Girls though. But so the movies I just listed, Tessa Thompson was like a co-star in. You know.
See Creed?
Creed's the one with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, no, he's
Sexiest
hot.
man alive.
I know he's hot. I think I did see that. The fighter. He's like a fighter.
And his girlfriend
Yeah.
is Tessa Thompson.
Oh, yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
In her own like little nerdy way, like she seems so girl next door.
That's what I love about it, man.
Right. Okay.
She's so sweet. She looks so sweet.
That's how I feel about Sandra Bullock. Wait, are you laughing at
The dog just jumped on me.
Are you laughing at Sandra Bullock or the fact that I think Sandra Bullock is a girl? I don't know what we're laughing at here.
I'm laughing because I never heard anyone describe Sandra Bullock as
I don't know. She just seems so like, man.
I mean, maybe in the 90s she was the girl next door because she didn't have that innocent face. You know what?
Maybe that's what I'm looking at. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
I can see it now. I just
See?
at first though, Shimmy.
If you take her from today, then no.
Yeah, but see, she looks like your white. She looks like middle class white mom.
Yeah, exactly.
She's driving the
I
kids.
like it. She drive a caravan.
Yeah, I was like, she's driving the kids to soccer.
Exactly. She got a mom car.
She's like, Bryce, kick the ball
Come
straight.
here, Vincent.
Theodore.
Did you eat your entomolog? You know the little.
So wait, you like Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
Can I
Sure.
ask, what do you like about Sandra Bullock?
Just, I mean, from movies, she seems like she's so like chill, like down to earth. You know what I mean? Like, I could have a conversation with her and be like, "Oh, girl," like be silly with her. She's funny too. Like she'll make me laugh.
I'll be honest, I don't know what you mean. You said, you know what I mean? I love it when people say, you know what I mean? I'm like,
And then
I don't know
what you mean.
I don't know what you mean. Yo, man, you know whenever you're in the club and you see one of your gay friends like, God damn, you're hot, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what you mean. But that's pretty cool, bro. Cool, good for you.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I just know that she's hot. That's all I know.
You need to name this episode. You know what I mean?
That could be it.
You know what I mean?
Cause I don't know what you mean. When
You don't know
talk
what I
about
mean?
the Rackmore and
Hey, homeboy, you know what I mean? I know what you mean. You know what I mean? See, he knows what I mean.
right.
But back to the Yin Yang Twins too.
Okay.
Their best album was the one with that song in it.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't listen to their entire album. I only know the radio.
You know what's funny? They actually had some bangers in there. Like, so back in the day, I would never really listen to albums. I would only buy it for a particular song.
The one that's on, like the radio hits.
Yes, the radio hits, exactly. But so I bought the Yin Yang Twins album, which was it was them half black, half white. Like one was wearing a white suit, the other one was wearing black. I don't know if it was called Black and White, but that album was surprisingly.
Which one was on? Is that 369? Damn, you fine.
No, that was their. That wasn't the Yin Yang Twins. That was actually that was Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Funny enough, though, you know what was so funny? I also bought their second album.
Okay, so wait, hold on. You gotta school me real quick.
You don't remember Crunk Juice?
Oh, okay, yes, but now I feel so silly.
Oh, so
okay.
I gained credibility, but now she lost credibility.
Yes. I did. So Eastside Boys, the Yin Yang Twins was in there, right?
No. They were. Well, see, they were always associated with the Eastside Boys, Yin Yang Twins, because the way that the Yin Yang Twins blew up in the hip hop community, they were on the song "Get Low," and then they made Salt Shaker. Remember Salt Shaker?
Shaking like a salt shaker.
Which featured the Eastside Boys.
Okay, see, I knew I wasn't tripping. All right, I knew I wasn't tripping.
But they were the ones that kicked off the whole southern crunk sound of hip hop in the early 2000s. That took over the hip hop community. You remember the crunk sound, and then they did the whole chopped and screwed edition of songs.
Are we from? That's what Houston's all about.
But that's my point. Like that in the 2000s, I feel like people really forget. Like in the 2000s, the South was the mecca of hip hop. Like all the best.
Now you better preach, boy.
I mean, what? You had Ludacris, you had T.I., you had the Yin Yang Twins, Outkast. I mean, freaking Mike Jones was from the South too.
Man, Tony, I knew deep down we had some kind of connection.
Oh yeah, dude. I was really into hip hop at a young age, and I've always been into hip hop. I'll share a funny story with you though. So when I was living in California,
you lived in Cali? What part?
I lived in San Diego actually, in a place called North View Drive or something like that. North Breeze Drive.
Nice.
And it was only when I got to the States that I realized I had an affinity to hip hop. I know I've heard of it, but I never was deep into it.
Okay.
But then I started listening I found an old Tupac album, his greatest hits album. Okay. I found the Biggie Smalls album. Which, here's the crazy thing. When I found that Biggie Smalls album and I heard the song More Money, More Problems, I had this rush of nostalgia because when I was 4 years old, I was at a party.
You remember this?
Yeah. When I was 4 years old, I was at a party and I heard that song. And for many years, I always wondered who sang that. And then all of a sudden I hear, burn, coming, I know what they want. And I'm like, oh my god, I love this song.
So you remember hearing that at 4 years old, okay?
No, what were you saying?
You remember hearing that at 4 years old at a party?
Yeah, I mean, I have an eclectic memory, so just the smallest details I'll remember, and I'm like, ooh, where did I hear that before? And I'll search it out. And then sometimes I find it, sometimes I don't.
Right.
But back to the story. So when I was in the 6th grade, I was getting into West Coast rap, and I wanted to buy Snoop Dogg. The first Snoop Dogg album, Doggy Style. And I guess my mom didn't realize just how profane that album was.
Is that, okay, now another question. Is that the one with gin and juice?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
Classics, man. You got It Ain't Fun If My Homies Can't Have None, which is basically
oh, that's so ugly.
It's a song about sharing a girl with your home.
That's so ugly. I hate stuff like that. That's so ugly.
But I'm not even kidding. What about the first time I heard the line, there was a line in the song where, you know the rapper Corrupt? He was part of the Dog Pound. So the first line he says, I'm not even kidding. He's like, well, if Corrupt gave a fuck about a bitch, I always be broke. I never have no motherfucking Indo to smoke. I'm like the way that they talk about girls in the song.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
It really is. But at the same time,
oh my God! Now that you said that line, I heard that line on a more recent song, and I was like, "Oh, I like that." But he stole that line.
Who?
It was on. Do you know TGT? Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese. They formed a music.
Wait, Tyrese is still singing?
Yeah. He teamed up with Tank and Genuine, right?
What, Genuine is still singing? So what, is it the Has-Been crew?
I guess.
Wait, who's Tank?
It's actually really good.
I don't know who Tank is.
Maybe I deserve for you. He's an R&B singer.
Is he that fat guy?
No, Tank is not fat.
Why is he called Tank then?
Tank.
When you think of Tank, you think like a big. You think he's big and muscular.
I'm gonna show you Tank.
I mean, I don't remember. Do you remember Tank, homeboy?
Yeah, of course. He had the smooth R&B voice.
I think you're thinking of Maxwell, bro.
No,
He had
look.
that too.
I'm about to show you Tank right now.
So the has-beens of the R&B community decided to make a has-been.
This is Tank.
Oh, what a beefcake!
You called him fat earlier.
Hey, I'm one to talk, ain't I? I'm one to talk.
That's Tank.
That is a beefcake.
Exactly.
I like that word.
I like that.
Well, how have I not heard her? How have I not heard? I've heard his songs though.
You heard his songs. You definitely heard his songs.
Where?
Are you into R&B?
Yes.
Well, then you know Tank. Like, okay, he just came up with a more recent album, Savage, I believe.
21.
No, not the rapper.
Have you heard the diss track to 21 Savage by 22 Savage?
Wait, what?
Bitch, it's like, this ain't 21, bitch, this 22.
Oh,
This is 21, bitch, this 22.
No.
I saw the music video. The guy literally says, yeah, I'm about to bake this nigga a cake. I'm like,
Wait,
I'm
what?
gonna bake him a cake?
Hold on, how you gonna be hard talking about baking cake? Okay, so back to the what you
Back
said?
to the Tank and his R&B group with
Okay.
Tyrese and Genuine.
So I think the guy was the rapper name was Problems, right? That's the rapper's name, and he said that same line.
Really?
Well, he didn't say the endo part.
Oh, but he doesn't have any weed to smoke or
I'll
something?
always be broke. I'm married to the money. I admit we elope. Like he took the same.
Oh, that's the same flow too.
Yeah, and I was like, and I like that line. I was like, oh, and he stole it.
You know what's funny? There's a lot of
But that's a lot of art.
there's a lot of biting in the hip hop community. Like
Definitely.
sometimes I hear a rap song and I'm like, I heard that line before.
Somewhere, yeah, right.
Then you go back like, oh,
That's where.
Jinx.
You owe me a coke.
So wait, the Genuine, Tyrese, and Tank have a. Can we go back to this R&B group?
Okay, let's go back to it now. Let's talk about it. I'm down.
Well, what is their group called again?
TGT.
So they took their initials.
They took
How
that-
cliche! They took their initials.
And they smushed it together.
And-
And I mean, it's a very sexual album.
Okay,
I
is
will
it
let
good
you know.
though?
Yes, it is good. We'll make some babies coming out of that.
I mean, are we talking 90s good or are we talking like early 2000s
I want to
good?
say it's.
Is it up there with, cause tonight, baby,
I wanna
get
free.
freaky with
It could be
you.
like that. It could be this era's version of that.
So they're the
But
next
it's not.
version of Silk?
They could be. I think they could be.
You need to send me some music from them because I'm curious now because I
Okay, you say no more.
please do because I'm kind of interested in this TGT thing.
I
And
like
if they're
them.
as
I
good,
like them.
If they're as good as you're proclaiming,
Well, I'm a huge R&B junkie, so I liked it. Like I fell in love instantly with the album when I heard it.
well, since you brought up the R&B angle, let's talk about R&B because I feel like it's one of those lesser respected genres nowadays.
Nowadays, yes.
But man, back in the day, whoo, beautiful music, man.
Yeah, and I liked R&B because it told a story. It was very detailed.
I agree. My personal feelings on R&B, what I loved about it is I like music that can convey the right emotion.
Yes,
which
exactly.
R&B
Yeah.
is the best.
Definitely.
It's the best, and especially when it came to love.
Love, yeah, and I think they portrayed it so well. But don't get me wrong, country does it too. Whatever.
When you want to feel
pop-
sad.
Yeah, pop does it but I think R&B just
There's a
makes
sensuality,
love
yeah.
To me it feels so strong. You're like, oh wow, I do feel this love for this person. Like it just feels real. That's the best way to do it.
I remember, I was listening to some early '90s because I listened to throwback jams. I don't know if you do.
Me too. Oh yeah.
Like, oh man, these songs make me feel like, where is this type of music nowadays? I get it's not popular anymore, but
you have a few. I think you have a few who are still doing it. Like Mario. You say I'm just a friend.
But is he still making music though?
He came back. He came back.
He came back from where?
From leaving.
From
He
the
was,
dirt?
I guess he was on a hiatus or something. I don't know. But he's
Maybe
coming
he
back
was
with a new album.
hiatus.
Boy.
You were saying?
I think he's coming out with a new album.
Really?
I don't know the name of it. Don't ask me right now. But this is one song on there. It's called "Let Me Help You." Oh, love it. And then shoot, what is the girl you are? Something like that. It's just he got the R&B sound. Sammy, do you remember Sammy?
I remember Sammy.
He's back. He does music too.
Oh wow.
And to me, they are bringing the R&B sound back to this generation.
Okay, well I'm excited. You said Sammy's coming back. I
play Sammy on my show.
Yeah, you played Sammy?
I play Sammy on my show.
I must have missed that part.
I don't play him all the time because it's one of my Shimmy's exclusive tracks.
Dang, you should have told me.
I'll let you know next time when I play it and you can hear it.
She's not gonna let me know next
I
time.
will let you know.
She's lying. Right
I'm
now.
not lying.
You're lying.
I'm not.
But Sammy's actually one of the most underrated R&B
He
singers
is.
of his generation.
Yes, he is.
And he has, to me, his voice is so sensual. It's perfect.
Like, it's like butter to you.
He was born to sing R&B.
Yeah.
He was born to sing it.
He shouldn't. It's like an orgasm.
I wholeheartly agree.
You're like, okay, this is good. But that's how I feel about Tank. Like when Tank sings, it's like, ooh.
Ooh.
But even like,
interesting.
I like.
I'm so mad at myself.
like
I've never
this.
heard of. Well, I don't even know if I've heard of Tank.
It's one of those artists. I think you heard him. You just didn't know it was him.
Like I how the hell do I know that I know Tyrese, but I don't know Tank.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good. Well, maybe because Tyrese came out way before Tank.
It's funny because I didn't even know of him as an R&B singer. I knew him as an actor.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I found about Tyrese. And then people were like, no, he was an R&B singer.
Yeah, he's a singer for like Sweet Lady, Lately.
I know about his discography, but back in the day when I first found out about him, I thought of him as an actor turned R&B singer.
Oh, not
but he
the
was
other way around.
he was an R&B singer turned actor.
He was a
So
model turned R&B singer actor.
oh, even better, even better.
Commercials when
hot name.
Like you get Coke and a smile. That's when he first started.
Yeah, he was the Coke and the Smile guy.
Oh, hey. Hi.
Okay, I did not know that. See, we're learning so much today.
We are. We're learning so much.
I definitely am excited to hear. Like, I know you're all hooked on Mario, but for me, Sammy's the interesting thing. I want to hear his new album. So.
Yeah.
And what is up with Mario and the phrase "let me"? Remember,
somebody else said that. Like I was looking on YouTube.
Let me love you. Let me help you.
Somebody said, you know, I put out "Let Me Love You." Somebody was like, "Is this the part 2 to that song?" And I was like, "It could be." And somebody was like, "After 10 years, girl, let him help you, girl." I'm like, that's so funny. I didn't even think about that until somebody pointed out. I was like, "Oh yeah."
That, you know what? That would be so brilliant if it is a sequel to "Let Me Love You."
I'm like, girl,
"Let Me Help You."
Girl, I was like, he just don't want you. I mean, she just don't want you. Sorry, give it up.
It even has like the same type of rhythm to it. You're like,
they kind of do.
Wait, it does?
Kind of, if you think about it. Girl, you should let me know.
And then the "Let Me Help You" sounds like
Kind of a little bit. No.
I would maybe send that one to me too, so I
send it
can
to
give it a listen to and see if it actually is this kind of secret sequel.
Kind of. I think it could be.
You know, it's funny. That's not even my favorite song by Mario. My favorite song is "How Do I Breathe."
Oh, that is a good one.
How do I breathe?
Don't you here by my side? That is
How
a good one.
do I sleep?
That one makes you
when
feel-
your love took me to the light.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Alright, keep
Funny
going.
enough, that song came out around that era where breathing was like a big thing in the music industry.
How do I breathe without?
Well, that was in the early
No, that was
2000s.
early, yeah, that
I'm
was
thinking
early.
like it started with "Breathe" by Fabulous, 1 into the
Breathe
2,
1 into the 2.
2 into the 3, 3 into the 4. Then you gotta breathe.
Breathe. Yeah, that one. Okay. You went. Okay.
Are you breathing or are you gasping?
I'm not sure what you're doing there.
But yeah, so it started with that, and then I believe didn't Chris Brown have a song called "Breathe" too, or something like that? Did he?
What?
Didn't Chris Brown have a song called "Breathe" or something? But "Breathe," right? That was the song. But how did it go? I think he did.
No air. How
Hungry with no air. Oh, Jordan
No, that's
Sparks.
Jordan Sparks. I'm talking like, didn't he have?
Brown was on it too, though, right?
Chris Brown was on
But
that
didn't he have a song called "Breathe"? Though I feel like he had. Didn't he?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. He got tons of songs. I don't know.
Oh man, maybe
But
I'm.
wasn't
Maybe
he
I'm
on no
tripping.
air with Jordan Sparks? Oh yeah, he was.
Dude, she was beautiful.
She was.
She was beautiful. What was that
What's
other? That other
that?
hat?
Which one? She's still here.
What song has she made lately? What song is in the top 40 she's made? Don't even know.
One step at a time. Da-da. That was
There
that
was,
song.
there was another girl.
Who? Hold on.
Keep breathing.
Oh, Leona Lewis. Hold on. Don't call for my girl Leona Lewis. Okay.
I love Leona Lewis. I miss her.
She
That's
is-
what I was gonna get to.
That album was.
Wasn't that song about Chris
Spirit.
Brown too?
Huh?
Didn't she have like an affair with Chris Brown?
Hold on. Tony,
Leona
are you
Lewis?
making up stuff?
No. I remember this was like a big rumor in the day. Like she wrote that song.
Bleed in Love for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
think
do some research on that, Tony.
you
'Cause
might
I don't
want
know.
to look.
I don't know.
Correct me, guys. We did not do any research for this podcast.
We did.
So
We just gonna talk
anything
about
that
that.
we say
Let me
is
see.
purely speculative.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
But I remember she was in love with a famous R&B singer, and I think it was Chris
I'm
Brown.
gonna have to look into this because I don't know. What
Well,
you're
while
talking
you look that up, I then will now talk about my love of Leona Lewis, who
about. That album Spirit was awesome.
I remember there was a time where it was between Leona Lewis and Jordan Sparks, who was the best like up and comer in the R&B scene.
Aw, that's unfair.
Well, it's unfair because both of them are kind of has-beens now, but back in the day there was that competition between the two of them. I mean, I like Jordan Sparks. She had bravado, but I always thought Leona Lewis had the better singing voice. She just sounded better.
She just yeah.
So, did you find out the
I'm
information
looking
by
I'm
chance?
still. Hold
Because
on.
you might also want to look up whether or not, because there was also that rumor about her, like Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, like they had a kind of a fling, I think. As you can tell, back in the early 2000s, I was into celebrity rumors and stuff like that.
Rumor
I'm
has it. Rumor has
I'm not into them now, but back in the day, I was like, oh my god, who's with who? Oh, that's amazing.
What is?
You find it?
I think he's making up stuff because ain't nothing.
There's nothing? Well, I mean, it was like almost 10 years ago now, so I guess no one's really talking about Leona Lewis.
It's been the
Did you type in Leona Lewis love affair Chris Brown?
I said dating Chris Brown.
Or, no. Type in Leona Lewis,
Okay.
Chris Brown, Bleed in Love, and see what pops up.
Okay.
Because you gotta be specific when you look things up on Google.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
This episode is brought to you by Google, the search engine of the future. Be sure to type in Shimmy Shimmy for 10% off your Google purchases.
Don't do that. Y'all gonna hurt yourself.
That is our ad of the week. There you go. You find anything?
You ain't talking about nothing. That stuff was made up. Y'all, he made that up.
It sounded so believable, though,
It did.
didn't it?
You could say like Velcro comes from trees, and I'll believe you.
Velcro does come from trees.
See? Does it?
Did you find what we were looking for?
No, it doesn't exist.
I swear to God, it's something. Well, let's move on from that point.
Now, I want to know. No, shit.
Okay, so we're reaching
You
the.
said Jordan
Sparks?
dated Chris Brown.
No. Type in Jordan Sparks, Chris Brown love affair.
That's some scandalous shit.
Because I think it was a thing. I don't remember if it was though. I remember hearing about it. So you might have to correct me if I'm wrong.
Maybe you're thinking about. Didn't Jordan Sparks? She was Jason Derulo's girl.
Wait, the Jason Derulo.
And Jason Derulo cheated on her or something like that, and then.
Oh
she
wow!
ended up
A
with
celebrity cheated on their significant other. What a shock!
Wow, that
Ah.
happens in the celebrity world. But now I think she's with Sage Gemini.
She's with who?
Sage Gemini, the rapper.
Who?
Don't do that.
No, who is? I never heard of
And,
this guy.
Like, the only songs that I know from him is "You Gonna Shake It Like a Red Nose, like a red."
Sorry, I've been so disconnected with the hip hop scene.
But that song was like 6-7 years old.
I mean,
Is it
I'm
that
so
old? I don't know.
I'm so disconnected with the hip hop scene nowadays. I'm just so disinterested in the
Oh, you
music.
talking about to date? No.
I mean, I don't want to be that old flugie that's like, oh, it
Too
was
bad
so
we're
better.
that old flugies.
But to me, it just doesn't have the same panache, you know? I'm not big on trap either. I feel like trap is everywhere.
No thanks.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. But that is the most popular sound in hip hop currently, which breaks my heart. But at the same time, think about it this way. You know, people who grew up on 90s hip hop, they weren't fans of crunk. Remember? There was a big backlash against crunk because they thought it was just stupid party music.
Right.
And I don't blame them for thinking that because...
Now I think today's music is stupid party music.
Well, that is what it is.
What, like what's his name? Oh, never mind. I don't want
What's his name?
Who, like 6ix9ine and
Oh,
all them,
Takeshi 6ix9ine?
Oh God, I cannot. Oh, I'm like, what is this? That Fifi song is the worst song I've ever heard.
I remember, like, I heard about, like, there's, like, this little movement, like, Little Pump, Little Xan,
and
little
Uzi
Peep,
Vert or something.
Little Uzi Vert, Little Peep, and...
I'm like, what? Who? What? Who are you?
And funny enough, like, this Little Peep apparently died last year. I had no idea who...
Didn't Lil Pump pass away too?
No, Lil Pump's alive. You're thinking of XXX Tentacion.
Oh, yeah, him. Okay.
Yeah, and
His music is actually good, I have to say.
I mean, it's okay. From what I've heard...
Out of all of them, the ones we just named, he's the better one.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that.
He's the better one. He's the one I could tolerate the most. Other
Okay.
than that, Lil Pump and Little Peeps and...
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci
I
gang,
hate
Gucci gang,
that.
Gucci gang.
I hate
Sitting on the same one, pinning bang. Come on, the pinning bang.
Me and my grandma would take drugs in the parking lot. I was like, what in the world? I mean, your grandma take drugs with you in the parking lot?
He's basically the Silencio of 2017-18.
Not good. I just don't like him.
I don't blame you. Cause did you hear that Kanye and Little Pump collaboration? I love it.
Oh my god, I didn't hear it. I heard so much about it though.
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
What is
You're
this?
such a fucking hoe. I love it.
Oh god, I would not like that.
There-
I think we're becoming these old people.
We are.
I don't like. It's different because we like R&B. Yes, I like sexual music. Okay,
Which is not a bad thing.
not bad, but I do not like music that degrades women.
I don't blame you.
I can no longer jam out to that.
I don't blame you. I think that's a fair assessment of like old hip. Like
different.
It's hard to listen to West Coast hip hop from the '90s because
Right.
it is so demoralizing.
It is. But
Like, ugh.
I think that's why I like R&B. Like I said, I'll give me the explicit version of the song, please. Right? I like sexual music.
But the thing is, too, I think what's missing is that sexual music is creative in its approach, you know?
Right.
And say what you will about R. Kelly, you know, disgusting.
Whatever.
word, you
That,
know.
I don't. Not as a person.
But his music was creative.
is good.
Yeah, you know, Bump and Grind is a really sensual, well-written song.
Man.
Freaking You is really good. But I'm like, I heard a song back in the day called #Beautiful with Mariah Carey.
Mariah and Miguel.
Miguel. And there's a line in the song where it's like, "You're beautiful, don't you know you're fucking beautiful?" And I'm like, it actually turned me off because I'm like, why do you have to say you're fucking beautiful? Can't you just say you're beautiful? Or maybe be creative with it. Why do you have to throw vulgarity and ruin it?
Yeah.
Like, I know there are some girls that do like when you get the
Sure,
nasty.
whatever floats your boat.
But for me, it was a huge turn off for me listening to that. And I'm like, why do you have to bring vulgarity
You didn't have to
into
put that
this?
in there.
Yeah, you don't have to
Because
say
you're
you're
like,
fucking
good Lord, you're so beautiful. He could just kept it like that.
Exactly.
Okay, nice.
Mesmerizing, delectable, something like that. Don't say that. That shows to me a lack of creativity when you have to
Exactly.
resort to saying you're fucking beautiful. I'm like,
Just, wait, what? Excuse me?
I mean, if you walked up to somebody who's like, man, you're fucking beautiful, man.
You're like, oh, okay.
You know what's another one that made me laugh? And I think when you think back to, you're like, is that even a sexy line? You remember the song "Back That Ass Up"?
Girl, you look good once you back that up. You the fine mother.
You're a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up? I'm like, did you just call a girl a motherfucker?
You're like, excuse me, I'm not backing up nothing no more.
But that's the thing though. You can't blame it for its era.
But
Its
that
era,
song, that
it
song
worked.
is lit though. That song,
It is
I
lit.
still get turned up on that.
But it was, to me, I was just thinking to myself, did you just call a girl a fine motherfucker?
Yeah,
I mean,
you like.
is that supposed to be? I can't tell if that was being sexy or like. if you walk up to a girl in a club, no less, and say, "Man,
You fine motherfucker."
Like,
You're like, well, goddamn. Like,
would she be susceptible to your moves
I
after
wouldn't.
that?
I wouldn't at all. I'd be like, calm down.
Again, I guess
It
it's
just depends
preference.
on. It depends on the person.
Yes,
Maybe
it
some
depends
girl
on
like,
the person.
hell yeah, girl, he called me a fine motherfucker.
I am a fine
Yeah.
I'm the finest motherfucker in here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have people like that. So, as we call them, ratchet, right?
Ratchet, yes.
So in that song with Lil Peep and Kanye West, there's a line in the song where Kanye goes, "I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck."
Oh my god.
And he doesn't say it once, he says it like 7 times in a row. And he's
No.
like, "I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck, I like my dick suck." And I'm like, and keep in mind, this song was made for the Pornhub Awards, so there's a reason behind it, but it's such a bad song.
I'm
Regardless-
glad I haven't heard it. I don't want to hear it. No,
Regardless of the context, it's a bad song.
But just overall.
Yeah, it's just bad. There's a song though with Lil Peep and XX Tentacion that was pretty good, although it's not really a song. Have you heard the song "Falling Down"? Come, let's watch the rain as it's falling down.
No.
I'll send you a link to that.
What's the one that he has out?
Which one?
Temptation and
Which one do you think?
Arms Around You.
Is that with XXX Tentacion?
Yeah, and
It can't be with Lil Peep.
no.
Because they only did one song. They technically didn't even do one song together. Because like Lil Peep passed away, then X heard the song. He's like, "Wow, that song really that really rings true to me. I wanna jump on this." And then X died, and then they released the song, which quite timely. They would release that song like a month or 2 after his death. Like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. But as she's looking that up, just to let you all know, this is a test to see what style she wants to use. So we'll see how this all turns out, I guess.
It's gonna be fun.
Will it be fun? I don't know. I'm not having fun.
Shut up, here you are.
I'm not, because we're talking about Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Someone with a fitty gang. What's it called?
Lil Pump and XXXTentacion.
Yeah, it should be called Falling Down.
No, I looked up the Arms Around You. That's the one I'm talking about.
Wait, they have another one? Let me see
Arms
this.
Around You. I actually like that one.
Wait, they have a song together too?
Yeah.
What? I didn't even hear about this. Okay, I might have to look this up. I don't even remember hearing about this. Interesting. Anyway, here you go.
Yeah, I like now this. I can get down to this one. But if you catch some of his lyrics, you're like, oh wait, what?
They're dark.
You're like, whoa.
But then again, X has been known to have dark lyrics. I mean, if you hear any of his songs,
I have to say, I only started listening to him because of radio. Like I said, I don't dig into him. I don't go seek his music. Sorry.
I mean, I don't blame you, but it's what's requested. So you're like, okay, now
let me
I
listen
piqued my
to it.
interest.
Right.
Let me give you a check.
Cool. Okay. And we played this one on the radio as well.
Last topic, since we've already run
We did.
past the 30-minute mark, but that's how you know we're having a good interaction.
The energy is good here.
Exactly, because we've been having so many different topics and stuff like that. But did you finally hear the Kids See Ghost album I recommended?
Who?
Kids See.
Oh, dude, I did not. I gotta be honest with you. It
You
totally
gotta-
slipped my mind.
You gotta hear it, man.
Okay.
Not even, without a doubt, best rap album of the year.
So we're gonna we gotta start sharing links then, cause
Best rap album
okay.
of the year.
Kids
It's
See
so-
Ghost.
It's so good. It's a collaboration with Kanye West and Kid Cudi,
Okay.
and it's such a beautiful blend with both of them.
Honey with Kid Cudi. Oh wow.
So good, dude.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
And I'm not even saying like one song is good. I'm saying the
The
whole
thing.
album.
Okay,
the
so
whole
you can
album
go,
is good.
You can go from song 1 to song 10.
Yeah.
Without
Well,
skipping
there's
through.
only 7 songs,
Okay,
so.
one song.
But all of them are good.
Okay.
And they build upon each other, leading to a beautiful end, like the song, the Cudi montage is what it's called, and it has this, message of staying strong because even though life beats you down and all this terribleness is happening, it says stay strong. Lord
All right,
Shine.
I will give them a chance.
Please do, and then I'll listen to all the ones you recommend. I'll look up this tank fella that you like so much.
Yeah.
TGT. Oh my God!
Thank you
All
so
right,
much, Tony. This
so
was fun.
how do you want to end this?
All right, so man, I wasn't.
She was not ready.
So my idea was to end this with a good quote.
Okay, hit me with the
So
quote.
it's gonna be good because obviously my podcast name is Good Vibes with Shimmy. So I'm gonna give you some good vibe quotes. All right, as I look this up.
Okay, I guess I will speak a little bit, but I just want to thank Shimmy for giving me this opportunity to be on her podcast and helping her out set up her whole podcast setup. Hopefully, it won't be as not disjointed, but unfocused, because we did jump around with a lot of
But
topics.
I kind of think that's okay, right?
I don't have a problem with it, but sometimes keeping it focused on a certain topic does help to keep the flow right. It all depends on the type of audience that you have and the people that you're interacting with.
Definitely.
You know, it works well with you and I because I think we have that chemistry to where we can talk about anything. It doesn't matter.
And obviously we went past our mark, so.
It's where we passed it by 10 whole minutes.
Yeah, we did.
10 whole minutes.
Okay, so here is some good vibes with Shimmy to help wrap up your week. What's yours will always find you. All right, so what I think that saying is, you know, life takes you on your own path. Like, I can't compare my life to you. You can't compare your life to mine. So what's destined to be yours will always make its way. You may stray a little bit, but the universe will always guide you back. And I think with perseverance and dedication, you know, and I tell people you have to have a right mindset. You have to wake up every day knowing what you want, knowing what's yours, knowing that you're capable of having it. Then that way you can always get it. You know, that way you don't miss your blessings and you don't pass them up. You know what I mean? So, because I think they will always be given to you, but you may not always recognize them. So I think learn to appreciate opportunities and take them full force. Like, I think we're ordained to meet, Tony, because you can help me get to where I need to be. Our chemistry is great. We just work so good together. And thank you.
All right. I like that quote. I'm sorry, I didn't want to speak because I feel like this was your monologue, closing monologue. Usually they let the host close it off and like, oh, signing off here. Thank you all and see you later or something like that.
And you already know you guys be blessed and be breezy. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Any last words?
I hate.
Get out. Get out.
All right, peace, guys.